Welcome to AGRIPRENUER, a program that looks at the Nigerian agricultural sector and what it is doing differently. The demand of goats in the market has opened up new opportunity in the animal husbandry. In fact, it has now become a lucrative business among Nigerians. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at a woman who is taking advantage of goat farming as an agri-business. And of course, we shall be navigating to the market to find out the cost of these animals, especially now that it is the festive period. I am Gaza Yakubu.
You want to go out?
There are no better times. Farmers enjoy selling their farm produce and animals like the festive season. This is the period when the market witnesses change in price of items, obviously for demand and supply reasons. Goat is a domesticated species of goat antelope, typically kept as livestock. It was domesticated for the white goat of Southwest Asia and Eastern Europe. The goat is a member of an animal family Bovidae and the subfamily Caprinae, meaning it is closely related to the sheep. There are over 300 distinct breeds kept as livestock. Goats are among the animals enjoyed by many Nigerians. Some Nigerian farmers who have taken up goat farming are now counting their fortunes.
We have put it when we buy it like this, we know
These animals come in different breeds and survive based on the region they are commonly domesticated. Meat production is the common reason why farmers engage in goat production in Nigeria. However, there are other products that can be derived from goats, such as milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, and butter. The breed of goat commonly found in Nigeria are the West African Dwarf, Borno Red, and Sokoto Red. And just like their names, they are mostly produced in these regions. The environment is a factor in goat farming, but the West African Dwarf is considered to survive most of the Nigerian weather and produce more meat compared to other breeds.
If you want to bring the one from Sokoto, those ones, the weather here, they are not favorable to them. So you look into those maybe the weather condition of the place that is favorable. If you go for the this West Africa Dwarf, those short ones, they adapt to any weather. They can survive. But if you bring the Sokoto one, those long legs, they cannot be able to adapt to our weather here because their feeding is very, very hard. Most of the leaf they eat there, they are not grown here. And in the east, this West Africa Dwarf will grow there. And because they consume it a lot, most of them that even grow there, most of them that consume it, they doesn't grow it. The West Africa Dwarf, they have more meat. And it's good for markets. That one is good for markets. Once you have the male or the female. But this Sokoto's own, they don't have meat. They are tall, but they don't have meat in the flesh. That is the difference. And you know, because of that, some of them, the Sokoto's own, they remove the skin for leather. But the West Africa Dwarf, when they are roasted, they roast it together. Like all this Igbo, if you go to all these restaurants, they roast it together and they use it for meat.
Unlike cattle, goat farming is not like a nomadic arrangement. The goats are raised in a semi-ranching method where the animals are confined in a fixed location and supply feed, but occasionally allowed to roam outside their fixed location. For proper and effective goat rearing, these animals are not kept close to residential areas.
because you can't do it within the city unless if the place is fenced. You understand? If the place is fenced and maybe they have not built on it, that so that the grass can grow there for themselves, so that they can eat, because they don't like caging, they like to run about. That is the most very important, because they find it difficult for them to eat at the same place and poop at the same place. They find it very difficult, so they like to walk around and eat. So that is the most challenges. That's why you see, if you say it's within the city now, you can't have enough space like this inside the city. If you want to start in a big, large farm, so you have to get a land, you get a space where you can be able to keep them during rainy season or dry season. During dry season, when the weather is hot, at least they will have a place to rest during the daytime and where they can be able to be secure in the night. That is all they take.
According to this farmer, you do not need to think about huge capital to engage in goat farming. To have a rewarding farming system, goats are usually mixed to provide them a platform of reproduction. From birth to maturity, a goat takes 1 year. At this stage, the female goat, also called nanny, are ready for production.
When you get a female one, you get a female one, maybe you buy it at the rate of 15,000. And you keep it for 1 year. For that 1 year, she might have put to bed maybe once for you. Let me say once. So maybe if that once, the next year again, she will now start giving birth to 2. So there is a profit.
The feeding of goats is relatively cheap because the major food they eat are green grass and crop. But some farmers always have a formula for producing their feed to enhance fattening.
I have a vegetable farm, I have a cassava farm, which I told you I have my own main farming. I have this cassava processing engine. So because of that, when I harvest cassava, by the time I peel all the bark, I gather the peel for them. And most of the leaves too, I gather it for them. And my vegetable farm, by the time the weed, we gather all the weed this dry season, we gather them for them. Sometimes we spray this spinach for them. We now go to the farm and harvest for them. When they feed on any grass, they feed on spinach. This ugu leaf, they do eat it. And you see these beans, they eat the beans, the back peel. They eat dusa, that is the corn peel. You take it to the engine, you can go there and buy the bag of the dusa. You mix it with these beans, this beans chaff, you mix it with them, it helps them to grow faster. It's not like that. Look at those beans we harvest now. After harvesting, they will go back there, they will eat all those leaves. After finish all the leaves, the beans, the cones, those bags, we gather them in bag, we keep them for them. Or those people that plant granite, all the leaves, we gather them in room temperature, so that that green taste will still be there. You beat all of them together, And those ones is, why we kept those ones, we normally keep those ones for rainy season. Because rainy season, a day will come that it will rain from morning till evening, they will not have food. So that time you'll be giving them that one. But this dry season, they can go about. The dump is very, very good. We use it for vegetable. This is inorganic manure, which you apply it for your vegetable, or even the banana, we use it for the banana. And it helps them to do very, very well. So by the time we gather them for one place, Later on, we take it to the farm and spread it in the farm. You can use it for your yam, you can use it for your maize, and do very well.
A goat's worth is usually according to its weight. The farmers say goat is a lucrative business because with the cost of production put together, the worth of goats in the market is profitable.
If you talk of pepper soup, any restaurant you go, you must see pepper soup goat, you must see goat meat. It's more, let me talk of their feeding. It's not all these agric or feed, you understand? Their own is natural, they eat natural leaves, you understand? So they don't have so much complicated that maybe you inject them, no. It's natural. I can show you there are some made there that is up to 50,000. Those ones that are over 5 years, you understand? But we bought them to cross the female one. So depend on the sizes that determine the price. Like the female one, not everybody that have female one that want to release is female if it is a good product. You understand? So it makes it to be very expensive. Because if you have a good female, you don't want to lose it. You don't want to sell it because of money, unless maybe you are in need. That's why we sell it.
The animals she produces are not just goat but also have sheep because they have a lot in common. The farmer has no worry over the violence display between the two, and both animals could be sold high in the market during the festive period. As consumers rush to catch up to the traditions of festivity, we move to Anagada Market in Abuja, a livestock market, to find out the situation. The livestock market is in its peak, a local market by standard and a roadside market. The number of goats in this market tells you how interesting goat business can be. More than 5 trucks arrive at the market daily to supply livestock, with each of them carrying not less than 300 goats.
sayana suke yi daga can zuwa nan Abuja. Wani lokaci kuma in baka nan wajen ina daukan na Asaba daga daga wannan din daga Asaban ko daga Fataskun ko daga Guru, duk ina daukan su, ina kawo su Asaba kuma ina kai su Patakot kuma ina kawo su nan Abuja. Ba gunda dai ban na kuma ina daukan saniya, ba wai akuya kadai nake dauka ba. Ina daukan buhuna shinkafa da sauransu da haka kayan gona, duk dai shi nake tara aiki na kenan. Shine abin da nake yanzu dai jiya na taso, jiyar haka na baro Gaidan yawa zuwa nan wajen. In kuma Fatakon ne kaga yau ma zan kwana kuma gobe ma zan kusan wuni sannan in je ni sama. Hanya alhamdulillah, ko ba haka ba, hanya akwai gyara. Mu yanzu kan ba kamar yadda da muke shan wahalar shi ba. Hanya alhamdulillah ana gyaran hanya kuma ana ci gaba da yi har yanzu, kuma muna jin daɗin wannan harkar. Alhamdulillah wannan harkar. ba wani matsala ko ba haka ba. Mu damuwan mu dai a hanyar nan gaskiya mai gida barayi ne suke damu mu. Dan ajiya ma akwai motocin mu da suka kar wajen guda 2 ma akan hanya wajen Kanan nan da Kaduna tsakanin nan wajen. Kuma nan kamar nan kuma muka tafi tsakanin Kaduna da Abuja kidnapping ne suke damu mu. Yawa to shine babban matsalolin mu akan hanya. Wannan abubuwan muke so inda da yadda za a yi magance mana wannan. Ana zuwa ai ba za a bari ba, hanyar cin abincin ka ne ai. Dole ko da ya din ana kuka ana tashi ana faduwa ana tashin dole za ka yi. Shine abin da yake wannan bisi.
This market, the goat weight there for this market pass 1,000. Pass can we reach million, but today go drop 3 trailer here. Sometimes they drop 5 trailer, 3 trailer, small car 10. I go drop on here because this market they move well. Anytime I sell goat pass 1,000 for one day here. Today I bring 100 goats. From today. Unless tomorrow then finish, I'll go market buy another one. This quarter maybe I go put 1 million or 2 million. I go buy them. Anything where see for off, I turn go to Allah. I see small I go sell them.
From the northeast to the northwest, traders mob these animals and assemble them for the highest bidder. The livestock market has its method of operation. The market does not pick up until in the evening hours when all the animals arrive the market. This is the afternoon, and the market is yet to gain its momentum. Most of the animals that arrive this market are from Katsina, Jigawa, Yobe, Maiduguri and Kano. Anagada is considered a livestock market, but with goat as the most common for trade.
The market come here not quite long ago, and since it came we have been appreciating it because it's in a good location where people easily access and view it even whenever they are driving the expressway at Gongolada Area Council. Because many people, they don't know of Anagada before, but this market brings the name of the community to so many other customers around. The price that we negotiate here is as far as still better that we travel as a butcher or as other small dealer than we are going far to north. As far as we can see what we need here and the price is okay for us to buy, then we do business with them here. By God's grace, since we are already in the season where we know there is a peak period for everything in the market, we also expect people to come and patronize more. Because many people, when they cannot afford to buy the full one, they will come in 2 to buy 1 and divide. They will come in 4 to buy 1 and divide. It's also advantage.
Then we used to start the market around 5 early in the morning to 8 to 8:30 in PM in the evening. So that we used to close. We are bringing it from north and many parts of the state. And sometimes it's even abroad from the country, that's like Niger and other countries, and they are also bringing it here for us here.
The breed of goats that arrive this market are the Borno Red, West African Dwarf and the Sokoto Red goats. The worth of goat in this market is 20,000 naira upward. You do not get a goat for less than 20,000 naira irrespective of the breed.
I like for the goat, like big size of the goat you can get here, it's like 30, 35, 40, 20 and rest. And you know, so it's something that has a size. We have big, we have medium, we have small. So the price is depend on how the size of the goat is.
The market is made up of sections: the goat, sheep and cow section, but this episode focuses on goat. The traders say the price of animals sold in this market are affordable, but buyers could go back empty-handed if not prepared.
Na fito daga Katsina ina kawo akuya Abuja ana gada. Ni falike ne zan so akuya zan kawo nan zan siyar. Muna zuwa nan ba mutane da yawa har gashi Allah ya kawo mutane da yawa. Ina kawo akuya, ina kawo bunsuru, ina kawo rago, ina kawo tinkiya. Ina kawo matar akuya. Ina kawo kamar guda 80, guda 100, 120. Kuma ina zo kwana ɗaya kwana biyu zan sayar Allah da. Ina sa ran gobe zan wuce kasuwa kuma in nemo wasu in kawo.
Away from the activities of Anagada market, there are reasons why rearing goat is considered by farmers as a lucrative business and is increasingly becoming very popular among modern farmers. It demands, especially the meat, is very high, and it comes with a unique taste that differentiates it from other animals.
I like goat meat, and I like it because it's a kind of meat recommended for all ages, and particularly those of us that are advanced in age. And it's good. The texture is soft, much more less fatty compared to other type of meat I know in the market. So I like goat meat. Okay. Yes, it belongs to the group that has very good taste. Compared to other meats, I think it's highly tasty, and I like it for that.
Goat rearing can be associated with some challenges. They have a lot of diseases which can spread easily and kill the animals. If the feed is contaminated, the animals could come down with some symptoms.
Maybe during the rainy season, sometimes if you allow them to graze, some farmer will spray the herbicide. So if they eat the leaves, they will start having diarrhea. You understand? So those ones you now try to manage it. Some of them, sometimes I normally use a cow, that is potash and red oil. If you notice anything like that, you give it to dissolve that thing sharply before you can get to veterinary.
The importance of land is another challenge, like for this farmer who lost her goat to theft for want of land.
Well, the challenges is the space, land. That is the most important thing. To get a land in Abuja, you know how hard it is. And if you don't have your own personal land, a day will just come the owner of the place, maybe you lease it. After 3-4 years, when he knows that you are increasing, before you know, he will just say, pack off. You want to make use of his land. So those are the challenges. Like 3 months ago, my former place I was staying, the FCDA came, they demolished everything. Even the litters came. I have more than 75 goats then. Before I can be able to gather it that very day, the mopo, the road safety, the all these ones that put on blue, defense, they came, uncle. Police came from FCDA. That's how they put all the farm down, Ganasco farm. They destroyed everything. The looters, all this Mebola, they came. They will carry your goat like this, that you cannot do anything. Goat, laugh goat like this. Mebola will carry the goat. They put it on their shoulder, they will go away. So what will they do? Those are the big challenges, uncle. So because of that challenge now, over 3 months now, I have not even recovered from it. To set up my own place that I said, I have not. You understand? So those ones are very, very big challenges.
A regulated environmental condition is not a source of concern in goat production. Guarantee that you have enough portion of land for your goat to wander about freely while feeding on the grass at the same time. Well, on that note, we've come to the end of today's episode of AGRIPRENUER. Join us some other time. I am Gaza Yakubu.